YouTube channel. It's your girl Banyana. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. On today's video, as you can see by the title, we are tackling men's mental health, and I'm sure you're wondering, who are these guys that are surrounding me today? I'm not a guy, so I felt like it's fitting to have a group of guys to just help me tackle this issue. On my far right, this is right now. On my far right, on my far right, I'm sure you've seen him on my other videos. Okay, that's Les, Mr. Apex. Yes,
I'm a try.
Hello. Okay, and this is my good friend from way back, and this is Mr. Donald Mhlongo. All right.
Hello.
Okay, and on my right we have a Neo.
Right.
On my left. On my left.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. Right. From now.
On my left, I have Neo. Is going to be also joining us in tackling this very sensitive topic. I was shocked this morning when I was trying to be like, okay, how can I start this video? What do I even know? And I saw something like men actually die of depression 4 times more than women do. But in that regard, they say that women are quicker to be diagnosed by it, but they can heal from it. So with the gents, it's kind of like it's mortal when it comes to guys. Okay. So I'm starting to feel like it's simply because we talk. We open to talking. You understand what I mean? But I also want to hear what you guys think of that, because it's kind of surprising when you look at the stats. You're like, okay, women more depression, but when it comes to what kills men, what kills men, it's depression. And then you're like,
yeah, it's like it's not just depression. There's also suicide. Yeah. You know, self-sabotage. There's a lot of things killing men. So, like I said, like I feel like it boils down to one thing, one question. What is masculinity? Yeah. Because I feel like we have a lot of definitions of it. A lot of it. Yeah. So much so we get lost into it. Some of us don't even have the definition towards like the thing itself, you know, masculinity itself, but we take it from other people, passively so, without even being aware. Yeah. We end up, you know, wearing that cape and being on some, now
this is masculinity.
You know, never dying.
Yeah. No, I understand what you say. And it was shocking because also when you look up men's mental health, like on YouTube and stuff, I was really scared about this topic, guys, so I had to check things out. And there was a lot of men up. What is manning up? What is, you understand what I mean? Yeah. So I think, I don't know what you guys think, but there's just a little bit of a contradiction, Donald, in terms of, I want to understand what you guys think men up means. What should men up be? Because there's people who say, especially with the gents feel like don't cry, men up, you understand? And then you find a woman who's like, confront your emotions, man up.
Yeah, I think the issue is mainly it's the comprehension of the word itself. When someone says man up, it might mean it in a different aspect from what you think you understand. Yeah. So manning up, from what he thinks, from what you think, from what I think, it's entirely different the whole time. Out of context it's being used, but mainly when people say man up, they have a, I don't want to say like a figment, but they have like pieces of strongness in their thoughts. How they man up.
I believe so.
Generally so, but it's not. Generally, it's not that. It's always something else. That's what I always say. I also think it's a bit tricky. What do you think?
Crazy enough is it's how, which I think when I mentioned is how it's how one person identifies themselves. Simply because a lot of what we go through, not just as men but as women, is what we call identity crisis, and that crisis starts from a very young age, right? So as that, it's a matter of tradition, a matter of culture to say, in your culture, when you say men up, what do we mean? Because I mean, as a Zulu, as a Zulu man, I'm trying to like, we know I can't. And at the same time, you know, but at the same time, like Moya Tabi, you know, when we go to Latin, then you see like you're told something different, right? Uti indoda uti I cry. Indoda ibonisa ukuthi iyakhala, right? Yes, cry, but don't show that you cry because of like people around you are gonna see you as weak and used against you. Okay, I'm saying
people, you know, this thing goes down to the society. So now our, as I said, our comprehension of this word "man up" always depends on where you're from, and always depends on the environment that you're in at that moment. Because I can say I can be vulnerable to Amachitawami because they understand why I'm being vulnerable, but I'm not close with Les. I'm not close with Uneo. I cannot be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of environment where you are in and where you're from to say the term "man up." How do you define for yourself? And I said identity because of how you identify yourself in that particular situation. Becomes, if someone says "man up," I know it doesn't mean me being toxic. It doesn't mean me being starting fights whatsoever. As you said, women talk, women lash out. They do lash out. Women lash out. Us gents, we never come to lash out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why for them they don't. It's not really happening to them because they lash out. As men, you know, if I'm gonna speak out about something, I'm gonna be judged first before I get help. Yeah. I'm judged first. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So you know why? As a guy, right? We brought up with the sense how we need to always like protect people around us. Yeah. Have like maybe a certain sense of responsibility that's not even yours in the first place. And you even take it up not knowingly or not even noticing, but you even take it up. Yeah. And it keeps on building up, until at the end of the day you're like, best in the
Then you explode. That's why. And I feel so guilty also because I feel like even women play a part in that.
A lot.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
We will get to that.
We'll get to that.
You guys do.
I do feel like that also because as much as sometimes we like, oh please talk to me, you know, but there's always that thing now, you the man, but
indirect, you're killing me.
Because let me show you like a quick simple example. Yeah. You get a gent maybe who's reserved, right? Not getting the ladies, not getting attention and stuff like that, doesn't have friends. Yeah. What do you think is gonna happen in his head? I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not this and that. I'm not man enough.
Why am I? Yeah.
That's why I'm saying their environment and how you understand it at the time. And you guys.
Yeah.
The pressure.
Contribute too much.
And you know also there's like a certain type of confusion where you like can't like withhold the same role within a different situation. Like you know how you mentioned like I know the settings where you are allowed to be the proper definition of a man. And there are situations where you're not. Like when you're with your jeans, you can't. You cannot be the alpha man. But when you know, but when you're with your maid, you can be something else. When you're with your mother, you can be something else. Yeah. So sometimes it becomes that the confusion itself. When you get lost, you think, okay, I'm this type of man. But how can you call yourself that? Whereas
when you're with someone,
you this.
I mean, with that also, it's a matter of we take up different roles in people's lives, and that requires to be different. Because I mean, when I'm with Banyana, I can't treat her as my girlfriend.
But also, Donald, you know what? There's a level of hypocrisy, ne?
Exactly.
Exactly. Because also. Les, you're gonna be soft with your girlfriend and be this vulnerable Les and you know this person, eh? And also yes, I can't do it. And also, but if you find that my guy coming in is like you know, and then you're like nigga, but you know what he's talking about, you get what I'm saying? You kinda like dude, like, why are you telling me all of these things and how you were whipped? That's how it is. So there's also a level of hypocrisy and a level of not being honest with your genes. Because you touched on something on the previous video. You said I can't talk about how I'm feeling in front of my other niggas. But
really?
I can come to bonds, or I can come to someone who I'm close to, and I can be like, you know, this is what's happening, because you know this is my nigga. But
then it's a matter of who do you trust, man.
But that's what I'm saying, that you know, if you trust someone, you know.
Exactly. Because I mean, we know, like we know our people, right? I can be like, Neo. I'm not familiar with Neo.
Yeah.
Maybe I met Neo at a party. We started chilling because we made sure at the party, and then he's friends of my friend.
Yeah.
But I cannot talk to Neo like I speak to my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like as I said, like in situations like that you are in, like you have to, like that the role that you're gonna play is gonna be different, because I don't know Neo. I can't act as, I cannot play the role of Neo's best friend, whereas I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But in this case, we are talking about my actual friends. We are
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Nicole, like there are friends that you know. You need something specific, you go to his person, because you know them, their character, right? And now you won't treat them the same, because you know what you treat them the same.
This one for this. Exactly. I go to this one for that.
Right? At the same time, yeah, because at the same time, like I know for sure, I have a bunch of female friends, and I know if I treat them the same, definitely it's gonna be chaotic, because they are different people.
They are different people.
I want to have fun, and even your friends, even your best friends are fun.
Let me put it this way for me, man.
Yeah.
Alright. When I'm with my gents,
you want to put it with you.
Yeah. So that you understand. When I'm with Neo, there are things that me and Neo just get along, just the two of us.
Yeah.
When I'm with you, there are things I get along with just you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Where in a group setting we feed off different things, bro.
Exactly.
we can as a group be fond of hip hop, and in the hip hop, I mean, I'm a rapper personally. My friend makes cocktails, the other one is a photographer.
Yeah.
That setting is a party setting.
It's
like
a party
all the
setting.
time.
Yeah.
So when we're together, bruh, it's not easy for me to be Lesego, but it's easy for me to be less Apex. Feel me? It's easy to be like, hi, Ntwana, Oswaka, Ntwana, what's in some? Someone got a hotel, it's gonna be in Ntwana.
Yeah.
You know, because we're trying to keep the fun going, and as much as we lost in the sauce, we don't really know what being a man is. Like, I'll be real with you. Apart from my father that I don't have, apart from the society that lacks a lot of male idols or male leaders, apart from TV.
No, doesn't agree. Zeus doesn't agree. He's saying no, don't lack male figures.
Yeah.
We're just not looking for them.
You know what I mean? And apart from TV, I feel like that's a huge contributor.
It is.
Apart from what we do, 80% of what I do I found from TV.
Yeah.
My role model I found from TV. The way I dress I found it from TV, social media and things like that. So we don't have enough information when it comes to that. So in a group setting, bro, best believe I won't be like, she broke my heart. No, I won't, bro. I'll be like, yes, yes, I'll try to sound heroic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do understand, yeah. And also, guys don't wanna admit heartbreak. We don't wanna admit I'm hurting, I'm sad, I'm upset, and everything. That's why you guys are giving.
I do, guys.
I'm not saying you don't. Obviously, I'm not saying you guys don't. But what I'm saying is, there's a reason why a lot of guys die from depression, but not a lot of guys are diagnosed by depression. Why does it reach a point where you actually commit suicide, but then there's women who are suffering from depression straight from puberty? You understand what I'm saying?
Sure,
but then it happens that, okay, we eventually get in the moment, and I don't know if it's because we are naturally emotional.
Can I interject?
Or what?
Can I interject?
You must wait for me to finish, then you interject.
No, the thing is, I'm gonna forget this.
Okay, say.
So answering that question, right? It's a matter of the society is focused on women. Like look at everything now. It's a focus on women, right? The smallest things.
I like that part.
Also,
focus on women.
Okay.
Right? In terms of empowerment, in terms of readdressing issues, in terms of the political situation, like everything has been focused to women from a very young age.
Yeah.
Whether you know what you
that comes down to the upbringing. Carry on. Yeah. I actually wanted to get on that one, but carry on. No, carry on.
So like for me, I know for sure, Wuti, we always told us how you treat a woman, right? However, a woman taught how to treat men, like in this plain A, because men have been in.
If anything, we are taught how to leave men alone.
So as if you do. So you understand me, Wuti? As men, like from a young age, as guys, as we already know that for me to actually be given attention, like it's gonna take a while. If a man goes to something, the first thing that is that he must deal with it first before he starts to talk about it. As a woman, if you're just crying, what's wrong? Who hurt you?
You start crying.
You start crying, and not to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of I don't say double standards, but I'll say that later. It's a matter of this thing, like how we are. It's not just about globally, it's global. Yes, you understand our history plays a role, but also it's a matter of that. If there's no balance, clearly one person will be affected.
Yeah.
Right? So unfortunately as guys, because of we're not seen as vulnerable creatures, we're just gonna die there and be like, hey, so when I come
that's like a default setting.
Exactly.
Because emotions generally are controlled by the flipping mind, but ironically they express with a sign of other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us, it's a default setting, as I said. So for me, being vulnerable in front of someone I'm supposed to be a pillar of strength to, that's gonna contradict the whole reason why I'm a man.
The hierarchy, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the whole deal.
So when I said the upbringing, I also wanted to touch on that you know, as you grow, let's say you have, let me just say twins. Twins of a girl and a boy. Because I don't want to say the other one is older, the other one is younger. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
With a woman, with us girls, there's absolutely nothing wrong. If anything, it is advised for you to only leave your house or your mom's house when you marry, because they take more time grooming us.
Girls, yeah.
They take time grooming us. But then when it comes to the gents, you understand what I'm saying? If you come in late, and if you come in late as a girl, it's like 6 o'clock. You understand?
Yeah.
As much as it's like, why now? And whatever. Because he's a man. He's a guy. You understand what I'm saying? But with me, I need to be sure that by 6 o'clock I'm at home. I am groomed like through 18 years, 21 years. You understand? But then with the gents, they are taught how to live by themselves and make their own choices at a very early age. And I feel like the leadership and the role model of a man is mostly focused on whereas the damage is already done. Because if you look at simple thing, that video that you sent me, there's this other guy, that guy actually said, notice how in primary schools there's a lot of women.
Yeah, the teachers, yeah.
And then when you get to high school, you're excited. You're excited to see the gents. Oh, I have Master Mama who's a guy, Master Mama.
But it's not.
It plays a role also. Because men to men is totally different from women to men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, coming back to what you're saying, bro, like you said females are benefits, right?
Yeah, but it is true.
I would say, and you mentioned balance. You said females have benefits and females, you know, like,
we focus on them more.
We focus on them more. I wouldn't say that. I would say, like you said, balance. I would say there's an imbalance, a very big one. Bruh, as much as we wanna act like females are not dominating, there's just not enough men in the world. Like, we are not enough.
That's true.
There's a lot of single mothers. You have a lot of us being groomed, or for father figures that are selling drugs, father figures that are on corners, survive because they ended up in a jail cell, not working, unemployed, people that are dealing with depression already, I'm unemployed, people that are, you end up even being in a situation where your mother is providing and your father is not, which kills the whole hierarchy of being a man. Especially here where we culture, you know what I mean? So that thing on its own, already there's an imbalance. Like how you feed, whatever you feed the boy from an early age, and whatever the boy sees, obviously won't correspond, because what we see is a lot of mothers. What we see in school is a lot of kids, not wanting to do the same things as our mothers. And then they end up derailing from the right path. They end up smoking because the boy probably has a lot of energy. But because you were female, you don't know how to deal with that.
That's what I'm saying. That thing already, you don't have someone you look up to from a young age as a kid. It's not the same. It's one thing. I understand the single moms out there, but there's just always that one thing about men to men. You understand?
There's that thing, like masculinity. Like I feel like a lot of us answer being a man is not showing weakness. So you don't have a lot of definitions of what a man is. As a result, you're gonna end up growing up as a man, stuck in a perpetual nature of being a child man. I swear,
baby man.
That is
it's
what
actually
it is.
sad now that I think about
that
it.
thing you mentioned, that thing is, that's a child.
It's the same as look, for example, our uncles, our dads and stuff. Look at this.
Uncles.
Look at this. You get maybe, let's say, in a house staple, maybe there's it's like your mom, your uncle, his brother, in the same house, right? And then there's the grandma and stuff, right? These people, because of the socio-economics that they grew under back then, they have a sense of entitlement. Hence, they lost
the house.
No, besides the house, a sense of entitlement. Everything. That is why they lose that aspect of being a man. Then take the same person has a kid. The kid is going to look up to him, which is what a very toxic appeal.
And this
everything is just messed up.
This is what's being a man, actually.
Exactly. So that is why the root of the problem, or the root nature of the problem, we will never sort it off anytime soon.
I mean, because it leads back to damage that was done.
And the way the old generation always blames us for everything.
If everyone to start speaking about those things, I don't think they would like us.
They would like us to talk
I feel like the new generation is actually trying to not step on toes.
We're kind of like, it's the culture.
Actually,
and we are told that we're disrespectful, we're being told that we're being disrespectful because we are like, but why should I follow something I don't understand?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? We are told we're asking too many questions. We are told that, oh, you guys think you're too smart. Now there's computers and stuff. And all of that. Whereas we're just like analyzing this whole thing.
I'm talking about culture, we're talking about upbringings or the whole thing.
And everything is interconnected.
The old generation, I just feel like most of the old generation just want us to follow through without asking questions and not wanting to make sense of why do you think that my uncle is supposed to behave this way, and why do you think I should, because I'm an uncle to my niece or my nephew, I should be like this. Why? You understand? I'm my own person.
That
you understand?
No, because
how they are.
Because actually, I'm listening to that and I'm thinking of a modernization. Okay. Yeah, that's a way, right?
It can.
Because like for me, number one, I'm a very traditional and cultural person, right? And there's this thing that I've learned to say, there are things in culture that I've had to unlearn to learn them, right? Simply because of they play a specific role in specific times in my life, but not always. And I think my upbringing was sort of also a tricky one because of I lost my dad at a young age, and we also like if you don't have a dad, eventually who's gonna teach you how to be a man, how to be yada, right? And at the same time, you mentioned about role models, right? So it was a matter of an unavailability of role models. But at the same time, it's a matter of fact that I did not look for a role model outside my family structure. Right? So meaning that the issue also is not that we don't have role models, we don't look them outside of where we are and the environment.
Don't you feel like maybe also we are a bit programmed to say, at the end of the day, this is your dad.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, this is your uncle.
Conditioned,
this is your mom.
Conditioned to think, Uti, the only place to grow is within the family structure.
You are nothing without
right?
family.
And then the same issue being that once you live, like for me, I've lived in different places. I've lived in Cape Town, and I've realized in living there's different cultures that that teach you what being a man is. The Khoisan have a specific amendment for being a man and the pathway. It costs us how to be a man, of which we look at it as toxic until you go in and realize, okay, fine, those people that they teach, some of them are outdated. They really are outdated, and you realize you can't be able to say society actually makes them a need. Right? Because our history as black people, number one, is a history that has a lot of misconceptions, number one, and it's things that have been really changed to fit people of specific control. That's a control. That's a control. Right? So I may have a specific idea of what a man is because of I'm Zulu, but then when I go out and realize our cultures are similar in a way. It's like as Africans, because as Africans, our definition of manhood has also been turned toxic, in a way that we've gained mistrust in our own beliefs, right? And our upbringing has been in such a way that we need to challenge it, yet we need to understand how to make it work. Because
I think it's just a choice. Like if this makes sense to you,
it is.
Go for it.
If it works for you,
if it works for you, it will never be the same, and we'll never be like, this is a man, this is
Can we move on from upbringing? There's something that's itching in my gut.
Okay.
Let's talk about masculinity in relationships. I feel like, because as much as we're talking about upbringing, this thing starts when these two people meet up. Whatever they do will decide what the seed becomes. So let's talk about masculinity within a relationship. Things like
any kind of relationship.
Can I ask? Like, so I'm single, number one.
Right? You don't know.
So now, because I'm going to hear from different perspectives here. Right?
Yeah.
Are you single?
Okay. Yeah, that's the word. Why are you also asking the guy if he's single?
Don't ask me questions like that.
Because number one,
I think
once you speak on relationships, and remember again, there's a lot that comes with relationships, especially when it comes to mental health.
Which relationship are you talking about?
Exactly.
You mean
romantic relationship?
Because I've been affected by masculinity issues within a relationship.
Romantic.
And yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here's my take. Yeah. I've had a lot of. I'm different in relationships in terms of what a girl should do, how a girl should be, what a guy must do, what a guy must be.
I can attest to that.
No, listen. So I work with very feminine women. I'm around a lot of even with friends, with friends, I have a lot of friends who are like, he needs to dine me, wine me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
So I am different in the sense of wine and I.
No, wine and dine before you moving on.
So,
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
The space. Okay. So yeah. So with me, I've been told, oh, you must know your worth. You mustn't let him come too easy. You mustn't let a guy. You mustn't be a 50-50 chick. You mustn't be a 50-50 chick. As I was saying, I was told to not be a 50-50 chick.
What?
I was told not to be a 50-50 chick. Right, because a man should. You understand? But I feel like at the end of the day, when you sit down with your partner, you guys are gonna decide how you wanna roll this and how you wanna do this.
Not as a squad.
Yeah, not as a squad, not as a chummy. It's a so. I don't like that. But I know there's a lot of girls who just feel like a man should just open the door for me and stuff and take me out for it's automatic that he's gonna pay for the vacation. If he's gonna suggest a vacation, he's paying.
I'm sorry, 20 rand. I was sorry, 20 rand.
So I think also masculinity in relationships, financially, a guy should chip in a lot.
What?
That's how I feel. How it is in masculinity. You understand what I'm saying? So and also I think at the end of the day, it is between you and your partner. But I think generally, it's shocking to hear a girl saying, "Oh, I took her out to a vacation." It's kind of like,
so I'm not attacking you, man.
Yeah.
But from your perspective, what is needed in a man?
In what? In a relationship?
In a man.
In a man. In a man.
If you want to say in a man, I'm not going to say I want my father to do this and this and this. But if you're saying what is required in a boyfriend, I'm going to tell you.
We are talking about relationships.
We're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
What
in a marriage relationship,
romantic relationships, yeah.
What I want. What I want personally. Yes. I want a supportive guy. You understand? Your cliche, loving, caring, blah, blah, blah. But also,
I think
you know what? We're not going to finish. But anyway, I will give it to you.
He needs him.
Let me give it to you. This guy is hard living. I'm getting tired.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, let me break it down for you. Okay, I know you guys are gonna think supportive how financially. No, just be my back corner. You understand? Be my partner. You get what I'm saying? Be my back corner. I don't mind, and he's gonna cough if I'm lying. I don't mind to chip in. I don't mind to help you out. I don't mind that you understand it's a partner. You my partner. You're not my provider. You're not my dad. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I am. But what I have seen in relationships is totally different. And I never judge them because if a guy is comfortable with it, then fine. There's guys who enjoy spending money on their
So you also see a problem somewhere there. No?
I do, 100%. That's why I don't do it.
Did you see that?
Ladies, you're watching this. You're watching this.
So I'm not gonna be here and be like, girls, you guys are selfish for expecting this,
No.
because also it's a personal thing. If your husband is okay, if your boyfriend is okay with it, then who am I to even say?
All I can say, I got no chance about it. As much as I'm looking good at the time you see me, doesn't mean I'm rich, yo. Doesn't mean you shouldn't post things like your lunch on me, you know, your dress code, your nails, standard procedure, nails, hair, whether or not I have a wig. What
I saw this thing, good day, my family of this chick who was paying for my toiletry.
I know.
I don't watch TV,
bro.
So came on Date My Family and he's like, I need a guy who's gonna pay for my toiletry, my hair. And I'm like, how have you been
what is she doing?
You know what I like about that kid? She said something about where she came from. She's like, I cannot not have a car and then date someone that doesn't have a car. You see what the misconception is?
Yeah.
It's ghetto struggles, bro. You got people that are just tired.
Exactly.
And besides that, I guess you know what they say. They say a measure of success is your destination at the time.
Oh,
if like for example, if I'm using let's use the phones for example. If I'm using this goddamn phone, that means that
you got it.
Of which that.
It's a multi.
That is why when a guy doesn't have a car or his own place, that means he's like.
And you know, it boils down to a thing where you like these, especially the feminists, they're on some. I can't be having a soft man. I can't be. But obviously, if you want a man that has everything, do you expect that guy to be rough? Do you expect him to know the struggle? Do you expect him to be on some baby, you are not having milkshake today.
He doesn't care about you. He has
He can just be like, it's not even a sweat for that guy to be on some cover clip, but buy 5 milkshakes or buy for your friends as well. You know what I mean?
But then guys, I feel like we're like running away from something. We're not
we're getting back. And then the very same people, they come to the man. But once how it destroys the man, they come back to the man on some, the feminist again. But it's like a cheese boy, they're like, no, I need something strong. I need something rough. Then you end up having people, when it comes to sexual interactions, they want you to strangle them. You have BDSM, you have some messed up shit going on.
I'm gonna cut this short.
But the point is, you have people now being confused, asking for things that they themselves took away, because from the beginning, because of wanting certain things, you can build them with a person. Not even with radio. You can establish them with a person. Instead, whenever it's just at the point he's at, he's working, probably making his own stuff.
I mean, like for me, like this feminism issue, just to touch on it fully. As black people, okay, so sorry, briefly,
yes.
As black people, like as looking at where we are, speaking about feminism as black women also, I feel like it's redundant, simply because of there's so much economic struggles that black people have, as like not struggles, economic disadvantages that black people are facing. Number one, we don't own the economy. We have nothing to say we own the economy.
That's very true.
So, to speak of feminism, feminism is it's a Western thing because of what happened in the places. It has nothing to do with
Right?
And then Tina, as people, we just saying, no, I'm a feminist, but I don't understand.
You don't understand what a feminist is.
And I'm thinking as Africans in Africa. If you're African in America, you've got advantages more than an African in South Africa. So, speak of feminism from your perspective, I understand it. But here in Mzansi, it's because you're a feminist, and then I ask you what is feminism as a woman, and be like, no, I meant you to, I understand, I need to treat you equally. That's not feminism, that's social rights. Right? I understand what feminism is, and the misconception behind feminism being that men should be treated equally from women. We get it, but then I feel like women...
It's not happening. They're getting more benefits. I feel like
we cannot treat women like men, because women suppress men. I can't do shit a woman can do. So why should I want to be treated equally with her? But at the same time, it's a matter of that feminism is what actually has led to a lot of men's mental illness. Simply because of,
as I said also, that we are partly
right. Simply because of, like me, I'm talking about double standards, right? Let me say Upuwami has like his muscles is all good. I'm a skinny guy. He compliments you and says, I look hot today. Because like you see him as a whatever, you like, thank you, right? You smile. And I come and say, you look hot. The very same thing. You look hot today. Right? Double standard. So it's a matter of double standards from a woman's perspective, to say the very same woman who's saying that they want a good guy. You know Neo is a bad guy. You know very well you can see. But I come to you and say you look great and yada. It's about
that same feminist.
The very same feminist who says that
finding in a hotel with a bad man.
Guys, I'm gonna cut it now.
No, but that's the truth.
I'm really sorry, but I am gonna cut it. I understand. Okay. Sharp.
We're not hate, guys. Just me out there. We're not hates.
Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I have to cut it here. Let me know if you want another part 3 or 4 of this, and then I will try to make it happen. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any comments, if you are offended, if you want to chip in,
if the shoe fits,
throw it in the comment section. A big thank you to my host. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
next
All
time.
right. Thank you so much for